Our ancestral home is exactly 100 square meters. But after your team measured it, it suddenly shrank to 80 square meters. Where did the other 20 square meters go? How did they end up belonging to Zhao de Biao? Is this what you call fair and just? This is highway robbery. You're robbing us in broad daylight. Now, Li Tao, we've actually looked into this matter. You see, the surveying team's equipment always has a margin of error. Your house is a few square meters short, and old Zhao's house has a few extra square meters. It's all within the acceptable margin of error. It's a completely normal discrepancy. A 20 square meter difference is a normal discrepancy? Captain View, look at this. This is our deed, and these are the measurements I took myself. From east to west, from north to south. I measured it 3 whole times. It's exactly 100 square meters. Not a single inch more, not a single inch less. Old Zhao's house is the exact same size as ours, but on the official list, his house has an extra 20 square meters. Where did those 20 square meters come from? Did they magically come from the 20 square meters my family lost? Li Dao, your measurements aren't professional after all. The surveying team uses calibrated, high-tech equipment. You just used a basic tape measure. Fine, my tape measure might be off. But what about the deed? Is that wrong too? The area on your deed was self-reported decades ago. It's not accurate either. That's why we had to remeasure it. Fine! Then let the surveying team come back and measure it again. Whatever the new measurement is, we'll go with that. Young Li, you're making it sound like I'm stealing from your family. How the surveying team measures it is their business. I didn't ask them to give me extra space. If you have a problem, take it up with them. Zhao, I never said you stole anything. I'm saying the numbers don't add up. Your house is the same size as mine. Why does yours get to be 120 square meters, while mine is only 80? Watch your mouth, kid. What do you mean? Why does yours get to be? Are you accusing me of faking the numbers? I didn't say that. But that's exactly what you're implying. All right. That's enough, both of you. Li Dao, we've actually looked into this situation. The west wing of your house is just a warehouse. This can't be counted as residential property. Accountant Xiao, don't you feel even a shred of guilt saying that? Take a good look. My house is just 3 connected rooms. Just because nobody lives in the west room, and I use it for storage. How does that suddenly make it a warehouse? And now it doesn't count as residential land? Well, Li Jiao, we hear what you're saying. We'll look into it and double-check everything. When the official demolition registration starts, we'll measure it all over again. You'll get exactly what you're owed. And when is this official registration? Soon. Within a month or so. They're just stalling. But what choice do I have? If I throw a fit, I'll be fighting them all alone. The 3 of them are in on this together. If things get ugly, they'll just drag it out for days, weeks, or even months. I still have a shop to run in the city. Rent to pay. And loans to pay off. I can't afford to play their waiting game. Fine. We'll talk when the official registration starts. Captain Niu, I'll hold you to your word. This Li Dao guy isn't easy to fool, huh? So, what if he isn't? He's just a small shop owner. It's not like he can turn the tables on us. Hey, Dao. Why didn't you come back for the second demolition registration yesterday? What do you mean, yesterday? The village's second demolition registration. They wrapped it all up in a single day. You didn't know? Li Dao, what are you doing back here? The second registration. Why wasn't I notified? Oh, about that. We sent out a general notice to the whole village. Maybe the village office just missed your family. Besides, wasn't your house empty? And your mother wasn't around either. My mother has been in the village this whole time. Who exactly did you notify? Did you notify the Zhaos? Did you notify the Wangs next door? You notified everyone, but somehow missed my family?
Xiaoli, please, don't get so up.
This was indeed an oversight on our part. An oversight? What did you promise me in the beginning? You said you'd measure it during the official registration, that I'd get exactly what I'm owed. Now that the registration is over, did you even bother to measure it? Do you even know the size of my property? Did you even measure it? Li Da, what do you think you're doing? We can talk this out. What's the point of throwing a fit here? Throwing a fit? 20 square meters of my land is gone. That's 400,000 yuan down the drain. You didn't even bother to give me a single phone call. You only told me after the registration was already done. And you call this an oversight? Li Da, I'm warning you. Don't cause trouble here. Oh, I'm causing a scene today, all right. Everyone, come and judge this for yourselves. My property is 100 square meters, but the village only registered 80 square meters for me. Oh, Zhao's property is the exact same size as mine, but they registered his as 120 square meters. That's a difference of 400,000 yuan. You all better check your registered areas carefully. Don't let them cheat you without you even knowing. Li Da's land is indeed the same size as old Zhao's. Keep it down. Don't you know old Zhao has connections in the county? All right, break it up, everyone. Break it up. Li Da, come inside. Let's talk. Talk? About what? So you can lie to me again? If you keep throwing a fit like this and end up ruining the demolition project, I won't let you off. The whole village will hold you responsible. We'll re-verify your property size and re-register it. Are you happy now? Stalling? You've said that twice now, Liu. I believed you the first time. And look what happened. You missed my house entirely. Do you honestly think I'll believe you again? I'm warning you. If you keep making trouble, you won't like how this ends. Then let's wait and see who regrets it first. Back in the city, I couldn't sleep a wink all night. My mind was filled with scenes from the meeting room that day. Yu Gui's pointing finger.
Zhao de Mao's crooked ledger.
And Zhao de Bao's smug, crossed legs. What makes them think they can get away with this? Just because Zhao de Bao is a big shot in the sand and gravel business with powerful connections in the county? Just because the land surveyor, Zhao de Mao, is his own damn relative? Just because Liu de Bao and Zhao de Biao share a shady, under-the-table deal? But don't they realize that Zhao de Biao doesn't run this town? I whipped out my phone and scrolled to a number I'd saved a long time ago. Justice Bro, a local rights influencer. He has hundreds of thousands of followers and specializes in exposing corrupt, dirty schemes for ordinary people. I've been lurking in his live streams for nearly 6 months, watching him help migrant workers fight for their unpaid wages and helping homeowners stand up for their rights. He actually has a lot of pull around here. I hesitated for a long time. But finally, I hit dial. Hello? Who is this? Is this Justice Bro? My name is Li Da. I really need your help with something. I quickly explained what was happening with my family's land. He listened, went quiet for 2 seconds, and then asked, "Where are you? I'm heading over right now." Then, the line went dead. Next, I looked up the local TV station's hotline. A young woman answered. After listening to my story, she said, "I've taken down all the details of your situation. I'll need to report this to my supervisors. Please wait for an update." Okay, I'll wait for your call. Justice Bro arrived incredibly fast. He looked to be in his early 30s. Slight to chubby, wearing glasses, and dressed in a black hoodie, with a baseball cap turned backward on his head. He scanned the entire shop as he walked in, then sat on a stool by the counter and asked, "Where are the documents?" I spread out everything I had prepared on the counter. The sketches of the homestead, my own hand-measured dimensions, photos of the old property certificate, and screenshots of the public notice. Every single record in the village registry was clear as day. Brother Justice went through them, page by page. He was extremely thorough. When he got to the part showing Zhao de Biao's house had 20 square meters more than mine, Brother Justice looked up and pushed up his glasses. "Are you absolutely sure both properties were the exact same size?" "Absolutely. The original boundary stones of our old house are still there. I even took photos. I checked the old property archives too. It's all written there, clear as day." "All right, I'll take on this case." I started. He whipped out his phone and spent a long time taking photos of all the documents. Then, he had me look directly into the camera and explain everything that had happened from the beginning. I was incredibly nervous. My voice was shaking, and I kept stuttering. He comforted me and said, "Don't worry about it. We'll clean it up in editing." That very night, Brother Justice's video went live. The title of the video read, 20 square meters stolen in demolition. Why did my neighbor get 20 square meters more? Who stole my family's land? In the video, I laid out the entire story from beginning to end, backing it up with the photos I had taken, copies of the archives, and screenshots of the public notice. Brother Justice narrated the video alongside me, his voice ringing with powerful indignation. A simple convenience store owner, just trying to get justice for his family, personally measured his family's land 3 times with a tape measure. 20 square meters, 400,000 yuan, just vanished into thin air. I mean, folks, tell me, does this man deserve justice or what? Once the video was posted, I stared at my phone, watching the view count climb, second by second. 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 30,000. The comment section exploded with fury. This is beyond corrupt. They're flat out bullying him in broad daylight.
要了吧，得分你还什么？还要霸屏？
Otherwise, how would he dare to pull a stunt like this? Those other villagers must be in on it too. They're all in on it. Keep fighting, Li Dao. Fight them to the bitter end. Wait, Zhao. The video's being shadow banned. I quickly pulled up my phone to check. Sure enough, the view count on the platform was frozen right at 40,000. I refreshed the page, but it was still stuck at 40,000. It's okay, I told myself. Over 40,000 people saw it. That's a start. I'll find another way to handle this. If this platform doesn't work, we'll just post it somewhere else. Right after that, we got word from the TV station. They said their reporters went to interview the survey team, but they couldn't even get past the front gate. Lu Due and his men just made up some cheap excuse, saying that without approval from the higher-ups. They weren't authorized to do any interviews. The reporters pleaded for 2 hours, but they still got absolutely nothing and had to leave empty-handed. Hearing this, my heart went completely cold. I actually had the balls to reject a media interview. But what shocked me even more was what happened next. At 5 in the morning, my phone suddenly vibrated. Brother Justice had gone live. I tapped in and saw him sitting in front of the camera, but the fiery anger he usually had was completely gone. To all my viewers, regarding the video about the demolition area of Li Dao's house, I was actually deceived by Li Dao himself. I spoke out blindly without checking the facts first. There was never any issue with underreported measurements. Li Dao made a mistake in his own measurements and started these malicious rumors. I've already deleted the original video, and I want to formally apologize to all of you here. On the screen, Brother Justice bowed in apology, never once daring to look at the camera. My knuckles turned white as I gripped my phone. The very man who beat his chest yesterday, swearing he'd handle this for me, had turned around today and stabbed me right in the back. Even though Brother Justice was no longer just, I didn't blame him. I knew he was just an ordinary guy, trying to put food on the table and support his family. Maybe he was threatened and had no other choice. After all, Jiadabao has powerful connections in this county. Those untouchable small-town elites really do exist, and even Brother Justice had no choice but to abandon justice. Or maybe someone approached him and made him an offer he couldn't refuse. No matter what the reason was, my heart truly ached at that moment. It didn't hurt because Brother Justice betrayed me. It hurt because I realized, for ordinary people like us, getting justice is actually this hard. After Brother Justice betrayed me, or right not, all discussions about this online simply vanished. The videos were deleted. The posts were locked down. Even the local social media channels that shared the videos deleted their posts. When I clicked on them, there was nothing but blank 404 pages. They didn't just bury the story. They actually got an influencer with hundreds of thousands of followers to turn on me. I sat in my little grocery store, looking around at the empty space, and suddenly it felt so ridiculous. 400,000 yuan. That's all it was. Yet they mobilized so much online clout just to crush me. I'm just a guy running a convenience store. I've got no power, no connections. How am I supposed to fight them? But when I think about those 20 square meters of land, when I think of Lu Dui's face when he shrugged it off as a clerical error, and when I think of Brother Justice reading off that script, his eyes dodging the camera, the rage inside me burns even hotter. They think they can make me bow down like this? In their dreams. This isn't about the money anymore. But before I could even figure out my next move, trouble came knocking on my door first. That night, I was organizing the shelves in my shop. The door was pushed open from the outside, and Jiadabao walked in with 3 or 4 guys behind him. Li Dao, not asleep yet? How much does the shop of yours even make in a month? Uncle Joe, just say what you came to say. Fine, I'll lay it out for you. We've had your little tantrum about the demolition. You posted your videos. Now it's time to quiet down. The survey team will measure your house at 80 square meters, and you'll get whatever compensation you're owed. But if you keep making a scene, watch out, because even that 80 square meters might vanish. On God grounds, you ask? On your homestead land. There was already a dispute when that land was handed out back then. That plot was originally public village land. The paperwork for transferring it to your family later on was never complete. If we really dig up the old records, that land might not even be yours to begin with. Zhao Diao was threatening me.
Uncle Zhao, that land was handed out over 30 years ago.
It's written right there, clear as day, in the records. And now you're trying to say it's not my family's land? Say whatever you want, kid. But records can be changed. What matters is who's in charge of them. Uncle Zhua, I have security cameras in here. So what if you have cameras? Is it a crime for me to just stand here and chat with you? Lido, let me give you some advice. Think this through. You're just a little shop owner. You really think you can fight me? I stood there behind the counter, feeling a heavy weight pressing down on my chest, suffocating me until it physically ached. I just sat there behind the counter all night long, until the sun came up. I sat there until the streets outside slowly came to life. Some people were selling breakfast, some were rushing to work, some were walking their dogs, and some were taking their kids to school. It was just an ordinary day, as ordinary as it gets. But for me, everything had changed. What Zhao Ao said yesterday was an open declaration of war. If I keep fighting this, I might not even be able to save the remaining 80 square meters of our land. What on earth am I supposed to do? Should I just accept defeat and swallow this loss? Take the compensation for the 80 square meters and just keep running my little shop and pretend like nothing ever happened? But things have gone too far. For me, this isn't about the money anymore. But if I keep pushing, how can I, a single person, ever fight Zhao Biao? With all the money he made from sand mining in the village over the years, he's built up massive connections in the county, making plenty of powerful so-called friends. They have money. They have power. No one dares to cross him. And what am I? Just a small convenience store owner. What kind of waves can I possibly make? But for some reason, my late father's face suddenly flashed before my eyes. He'd always sigh and say, "Your dad is useless. All I could leave you in this life is this single house." Thankfully, the area is slated for demolition in 2 years. That 100 square meters would be enough to get you an apartment in the city. I wiped away my tears, stood up, and swore I wouldn't let them win. Never. The next morning, I went straight to find a lawyer. Our county town isn't big, so there are only a handful of law firms. I chose the one with the smallest storefront. A small place meant their fees would probably be cheaper. The person who saw me was a young lawyer. His name was Mr. Lin, and he wore glasses. He spoke very fast. About your case. We do have evidence. We do, but the problem is... Well, what is the problem? This homestead land dispute involves too many historical issues. If the village insists that they only allocated it to your family temporarily back then, without any official paperwork, then you are definitely at risk. But we've used that land for over 30 years, and it's clearly written in the records. That's why I said we have evidence. But if you want to sue, you'll have to sue the village committee, the forcefully team, and Zhao Demo. That is not going to be easy. You're just an ordinary person. Can you really afford to drag this out with them? Even if I can't afford it, I have to. All right, then I'll draft the complaint for you. But let me make one thing clear. This lawsuit could drag on for a very long time. You need to be mentally prepared. When I stepped out of the law firm, I stood by the side of the road, watching the crowd pass me by, and suddenly felt incredibly lonely. Mr. Lin was right. A lawsuit takes time, drains your energy, and burns through your money. I'm just a small grocery store owner, making only a few thousand yuan a month. What do I even have to fight them with? But I have nowhere left to run. My dad used to say, "A man lives for his pride. If you lose that pride, you truly have nothing left." I didn't go straight back to my shop. Instead, I drove back to the village. I wasn't going to the village committee either. I was going to find some people. I grew up in this village. Even though I've been running a shop in the city all these years, I still know most of the folks here. I know exactly who has beef with whom.
Elaborate by whom?
Who has an issue with Zhao Gao, and who is absolutely fed up with him. I have it all mapped out in my head. First, I went to see Old Man Sun. Old Man Sun is 65 this year. He spent his entire life farming in this village. A few years back, Zhao Dobiao's sand mining business took over a piece of his land. He promised to pay compensation, but to this day, he hasn't paid a single dime. Old Sun went to confront Zhao Dobiao, but Zhao Dobiao just told him to wait, and he's been waiting for 3 years. I bought 2 bottles of liquor and headed over to his house. He was sitting in his yard, soaking up the sun. He froze when he saw me. Day, what brings you here? Uncle Sun, I came to have a chat with you. It's about your situation. I heard about it. That bastard Zhao Dobiao is absolute scum. Uncle Sun, I also heard about that piece of land he took from you. It's been 3 years, and he still hasn't paid you a dime. Uncle Sun, if we fight them alone, none of us stand a chance. But what if we stand together? What are you trying to do? I want to bring everyone who's been bullied by them together. When one person speaks up, nobody listens. But if 10 of us speak up, they won't be able to ignore us anymore. Here is the record of the land they seized for sand mining, and the IOU signed by Jia Tefeng. It's been 3 years. I've gone to find him over a dozen times, and every single time, he just brushed me off with excuses. If we can really get justice, count me in. After leaving Old Man Sun's place, I headed over to Old Wan's house. Old Rong's wife fell ill the year before last. It cost them over 100,000 yuan, draining every last penny of their savings. The village had financial aid for families in need, and he applied for it 3 times. But not a single application was approved. Only later did he find out that Zhao Dobiao was behind it, blocking his applications. All because Zhao Dobiao wanted to buy his land for sand quarry. And Old Wan had refused. When I got there, Old Long was chopping firewood in his yard. Seeing me, he stopped his axe and wiped the sweat from his brow. Li Zhao, I heard about what happened to you. Has it still not been resolved? Brother Wan, I came here because I need your help. What kind of help? Stand up and fight alongside me. It's not just to help me, it's to help yourself. Are you really okay with what happened to your financial aid? I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But the more we fear them, the more they walk all over us. Old Wang, when your wife was sick and you begged them, how did they treat you? All right, I'm in. Over the next 3 days, I went door to door. Some people shut their doors in my face, saying they didn't want any trouble. Others told me to just drop it and accept my fate. But there were others just like me, who couldn't just swallow their anger. Old Zhang, 56 years old. He also had an acre of his family's land seized by Zhao Dobiao for sand quarrying. The compensation had been dragged out for 2 years without a single penny paid. Yongzhou, in his early 30s, worked top jobs in the city. The soil on his family's land had been run over again and again by Zhao Dobiao's heavy machinery. It became so packed and hard that nothing could grow. When Yang Zhou went to demand an explanation from Zhao Dobiao, he was beaten up instead. In the end, he didn't get a single cent of compensation and was even forced to bring gifts to Zhao Dobiao to apologize. It started with 1 person, then 2, then 3. And by the 4th night, there were 9 people in my WeChat group. 9 people, scattered all across the village. Some were farmers working the land. Others were migrant workers, and some ran small businesses. They were all just ordinary, working-class folks, and every single one of them had been bullied by Zhao Debo. Listen, everyone. Separately, none of us stand a chance against him. But if we stand together, 9 people, that's 9 mouths and 9 pairs of eyes. They might be able to shut 1 person up, but they can't silence all 9 of us. Brother Toe, just tell us what to do. I'll follow your lead. Punching my phone, I felt a lump in my throat. These people weren't my family, nor were they close friends. They weren't standing up for me because I, Li Dao, had some kind of major influence. They did it because they were sick and tired of being pushed around too. They wanted justice, just as badly as I did. Now that we had the numbers, the next step was gathering evidence of Zhao Dobiao's crimes. Ideally, we needed to expose his connections in the county. We had to take them all down in one clean sweep. Otherwise, everything we did would be for nothing. I sent a message to the group, asking everyone to use whatever connections they had to dig into who Zhao Dobiao was rubbing shoulders with. That was the only way to strike where it hurts. As soon as they saw my text, Old Man Sun was the first to reply. Zhao Dobiao has been illegally mining sand in our village for years. There's no way his taxes are clean. The year before last, when the authorities came to audit the books, he claimed the financial ledgers were lost, and somehow, the whole thing just blew over. Another replied, I know a restaurant owner in the county seat. We said Zhao Dobiao eats there all the time, but he always puts it on a tab, and he bills it all directly to the village account. It adds up to a fortune every single year. And when Zhao Dobiao's wife was hospitalized last year and ran up a massive medical bill, I heard from some people that the money was paid directly out of the village fund too. I don't know the exact numbers. But piecing together all these scraps of information, not a single one of those three is clean. I wrote down every single detail, piece by piece. I ended up filling 3 whole pages. But it's not enough. These are just rumors. They won't hold up as evidence. If I want to make them confess, I need rock-solid proof. Is there any way we can get our hands on Zhao Dubiao's ledger? Zhao Dubiao never lets that ledger out of his sight. It's going to be near impossible to get. My cousin cooks for the workers at his place. I'll tell her to keep her eyes peeled. During those few days of waiting for news, I wasn't just sitting around. I started organizing the evidence. I went around the village taking photos. Evidence of Zhao Diabo destroying our farmland. Proof of him stealing public village land. And sketches of my own family's property line, complete with measurements I took myself. I took photos of old records and screenshots of official public notices. Item by item. Systematically categorized. I compiled everything into a single file. Even though Justice Bro sold us out, I had already saved the video he made. I forwarded it to everyone in our group chat, telling them to find a way to spread it. Because that video is also solid evidence. Man, this video is so well made. Why on earth did that influencer turn on us? I didn't reply to him. I knew exactly what was going on with Justice Bro, but I didn't want to talk about it. He has his own struggles, and I have my own path. Their paths just don't cross anymore. But what I didn't expect was that old man's son shared that video on his social media feed. Then old Zhang reposted it. Old Long reposted it. And Young Zhang reposted it too. 9 people, 9 personal feeds, 9 reposts. It spread from 1 to 10 and 10 to 100. By noon the next day, the views on that video started blowing up again. It wasn't through Brother Justice's account this time, but shared one by one through our very own social circles. The comment section was buzzing once more. Wait, isn't this the video that got deleted earlier? How is it back up again? Is this Li Dao guy still making a scene? I support him. Scumbags like Jado Bio deserve to be exposed. But what's the use of fighting this alone? An ordinary guy can never beat the system. Exactly. In the end, it'll just blow over and be forgotten anyway. I stared at those comments but didn't reply. They were right. Fighting alone really is useless. But now, I'm not alone anymore. Once the video started spreading again, the village officials finally started to panic. Dugawei called me. This was after he deliberately left us out and his very first time reaching out to me on his own. Lida, that video is circulating again. Captain knew. I didn't post that. Other people are just resharing it. Come on, Li Dao, don't play dumb with me. Keeping this up won't end well for anyone. Making a scene? Captain Liu, you know exactly what happened to my family's 20 acres of land, better than anyone else. I already told you, we are going to re-verify your family's situation. We will re-register it. What else do you want? I want a definite answer.
Where are you going to verify it?
Who is going to do it? Who? And who is going to guarantee the results? Nito, did you, old man's son, and old Wang start some kind of group chat? Captain Liu, who I hang out with is none of your business, is it? No, it's not. But let me give you a piece of advice. Don't drag others down with you. If you make a fuss on your own, it's just your problem. But if you drag a whole crowd into this, you're going to ruin their lives. Can you shoulder that responsibility? Captain Liu, is that a threat? You guys are terrified, aren't you? Think whatever you want. You're on your own now. Saying?
Li Dao，小豆芽可以回来陪死的带。我的谁？
He brought up my house's demolition. He said the compensation will come through any day now, and warned me to stop causing trouble with you. He even said if I keep causing trouble, I can kiss that money goodbye. Uncle Sam, how did you respond? I told him, not unless he transfers the money he owes me to my card first. And then? Oh no. Li Dao. He is trying to divide and conquer us. Uncle Sam, get some rest first. Lock your doors. I'll figure something out. This move of Yugui's is absolutely vicious. He knows the 9 of us aren't completely united. Everyone has their own weak spot and their own worries. He's going door to door, targeting us one by one, offering some sweet deals and backing them up with threats. Sooner or later, someone is bound to crack. Li Dao, I'm so sorry. Zhao Badao came to me yesterday. He said as long as I stop protesting with you for taking over my land, he'll pay me the compensation by the end of the month. My wife is still in the hospital, just lying there, waiting for the money to get surgery. I really can't afford to drag this out anymore. The rest of you, You're on your own now. Can I really blame him? What right do I have to blame him? The compensation for his small plot of land and the life-saving surgery fees to him. That is a matter of life and death. Old Jiang was just the first. Will there be a second? Or a third? What I feared most quickly came true. On the third day, another person left the group. This time, it was old Lee. He didn't even send me a 500. He just left the group. I called him, but he didn't answer. Then, the fourth person. Then the fifth person. By the fifth day, out of a group chat of 9, only 4 of us are left. Me, Old Sun, Old Lang, and Yang Zhou. Just 4 of us keeping this group chat alive. The chat is dead silent. It is terrifying. Lido, are we still doing this? Are we still going through with this? 9 people, dwindled down to 4. Will Old Sun be the next to leave? And after him, Old Wang? Until eventually, I am the only one left? Are we still doing this? I thought of my dad again. I pictured him squatting by the edge of our homestead, working the land. 4 people might be a small force, but our purpose is pure now. Everyone left is dead set on fighting to the very end. Li Pao, maybe fewer people is actually a good thing. Fewer people means we are of one mind. Exactly. Now that those others have left, the 4 of us will still get it done. Brother Dao, do not pressure yourself too much. Since we chose to stay, we are not going anywhere. As I stared at those messages, my eyes welled with tears. These people, who are not even my family, are standing right by my side, just for the sake of justice. What right do I have to back down? All right, then the 4 of us will do this. Even with just 4 of us, we are going to show them what we are made of. I have an idea. Are they not afraid of us posting videos? Then that is exactly what we will do. And not just videos. We are going to hand out flyers too. We will print everything Yudagui, Yao Debao, and Zhao Damao did onto flyers and hand them out all over the county town. Yes! Target the crowded areas, outside food markets and supermarkets, and on the pedestrian streets. Let everyone see who they truly are. I know someone who runs a print shop. He can print them for us at cost. Great! Let us do it. Yanjiao got the flyers ready. When his friend at the print shop heard about our story, he did not charge us a single penny. He printed 1,000 copies. The flyers had "Give Us Justice" printed across them in giant, bold letters. Underneath was a list of every single dirty deed committed by Zhao Debiao and his 2 accomplices. Every single one of them was laid out clear as day. At the very bottom of the page, we put our names and contact info. Old Man Sun said this was real name whistleblowing. I told him, no, this is us risking everything. The day we went out to hand them out was a Saturday. The 4 of us split up, each taking 250 copies. Old Man Sun headed to the wet market. Old Wang staked out the supermarket entrance. Yang Zhou went to the pedestrian shopping street, and I headed straight for the bus station. The station was absolutely packed, teeming with crowds. Everyone was in a rush to get somewhere. I started shoving the flyers right into the hands of commuters waiting for their rides. Some took a copy and skimmed through it. Others just tossed them straight into the trash. But some read them carefully and folded them into their pockets. Wait, isn't this the head of the land surveying team for our village housing plots?
Hey, I know the Zhao Debiao.
He runs that sand and gravel business, doesn't he? Is this really true? Could this actually be real? It's absolutely true. Every single accusation written there has solid proof. Some people started taking photos of the flyer. Others posted it straight to their social media. A few even came up and asked for my contact info. I stood at that bus station for 3 hours straight. I handed out every single one of my 250 flyers. At noon, the 4 of us met back up at the print shop owned by Young Cho's friend. Old Man Sun had handed out all of his, and so had Old Wan. So, how did it go? Lots of people took photos of them. Thing even promised to share it online. The crowd at the supermarket entrance was insane, so they were gone in no time. Over at the pedestrian street, someone actually recognized Zhao Debiao. They said he's been stiffing suppliers and owes them a fortune. They're planning on raising hell themselves. The 4 of us sat there in the print shop, thinking the thoughts. Bottles of water, too exhausted to even speak. But inside, our hearts were burning with hope, and the impact of those flyers hit faster than we could have ever imagined. By that very afternoon, word had already reached Liu Gui. By that very afternoon, Liu Gui found out. And how did he know? Someone had snapped a photo of the flyer and posted it right into the village WeChat group. That group had over 200 people in it. Just about every household in the village was in there. The second that flyer went up, the group chat completely blew up. Is this stuff actually true, or is it fake? Zhao Debiao withholding compensation money? Yeah, I believe that. My family got stiffed by him before too. Zhao Debiao charging his own restaurant bills to the village account? Wow, that is way too corrupt. And Zhao Damao charging his wife's hospital bills to the village too. Is there any actual proof? This is nothing but rumors. It's slander. Who posted this? Show yourself. But nobody paid him any attention. Out of options, he just went ahead and disbanded the group. But it was already too late. People had already screenshotted it and shared it everywhere. One group was gone. But there were 10 more. And even if 10 groups were shut down, there was still moments. By that evening, screenshots of the flyer had spread all over the entire county's social media. That's when Zhao Biao called me. Ever since the flyer incident, this was the first time he had contacted me directly. Ever since the flyer incident. This was the first time he contacted me directly. Lida, have you lost your damn mind? Uncle Zhao. Oh, I'm perfectly sane. You printed those flyers to slander me. Just you wait! I'm going to sue you for defamation! You've got a lot of nerve saying that. Go ahead and sue me then. I have proof for every single thing written on those flyers. You charging your personal meals to the village account? The restaurant owner can testify to that. You stealing my family's homestead land? The official archives will back me up. Go ahead and sue me. It'll save me the trouble. I'll see you in court. Li Tao, what the hell do you actually want? What do I want? You've known exactly what I wanted from the very beginning. I want my 20 square meters of land, and I want justice. Keep dreaming, then let's just wait and see. Hello? And with that, I hung up. For once, I was the one to hang up first. After the flyer incident, that was when things started to change. More and more people started stepping forward, sharing how they had been through the exact same thing. I started getting phone calls. One person called, saying his family's land had also been short measured on the registry. During the day, another call came in, saying his family's land had also been short measured on the registry. Some said their relocation compensation was shaved off, and they still haven't seen a single dime. Others said the village's hardship subsidies never actually reached the families who were truly struggling. One by one, I added these people to our group chat. 4 people became 6. 6 became 10. 10 became 15. 15 people scattered across every corner of this town. They came from all walks of life. Taxi drivers, street vendors, factory workers, small business owners. They were just ordinary people. Every single one of them had been bullied and pushed around. The group chat was buzzing. Some sent over new evidence. Others provided fresh leads. Some even volunteered to hand out flyers. Li Dao, our group is growing by the day. Yeah. New Gui wants to divide and conquer us, but he forgot one thing. We are not the only ones in this village who have been pushed around by him. But Lu Degui wasn't just sitting idle either. Hey, Inspector, it's this shop. He began his retaliation. But Yu Degui wasn't just sitting idle either. Hey, Inspector, it's this shop. He began his retaliation. First, it was the street where my convenience store is located. People showed up to run a fire safety inspection. The inspector claims someone reported that my fire extinguishers were expired, but I had literally just replaced them. Next came the health inspection. They said someone complained about unsanitary conditions in my shop, but I sweep and clean the place from top to bottom, every single day. I knew exactly who was behind this. It was Liu Deblay. He wanted to use these petty, annoying tricks to drain my energy, waste my time, and bleed me dry of my money. The others in our group chat were running into similar trouble too. Someone even dumped a pile of trash right at old man Sun's front door. Don't panic. The more they resort to these petty, dirty tricks, the more it proves they're absolutely terrified of us. We haven't done anything illegal. They can't touch us. Just stay calm. We haven't done anything illegal, and they can't do a damn thing to us. Easy for you to say. But deep down, even I was starting to lose sleep over this. But right at that moment, an unexpected breakthrough came. Jashil dropped a video in our group chat. In the video, Zhao Biao was talking to a strange man outside a restaurant. And Xiao Zhou actually recognized that stranger. He was the demolition contractor for the county. A man named Ma, or Old Ma as everyone called him. Here is 100,000. Take it for now. Once we lock down the demolition project, there'll be another 100,000. Don't you worry, Brother Zhao. I've already greased all the wheels. Your village's demolition contract is as good as mine. And when the time comes, I'll value your house at the absolute highest rate. Holy crap. Zhao Dobial is taking bribes and colluding with the demolition contractor? No wonder he had the guts to falsely claim an extra 20 square meters. Turns out he knew he was completely untouchable. Zhao Dao, you are dead meat. Xiaozhou, where on earth did you get this video? I was driving my taxi today and just happened to pick up contractor Ma. My dash cam was still running when he got out of the car and caught the whole thing on camera. I didn't even notice at first. It wasn't until I got home and reviewed the footage that I saw it. This is rock solid, undeniable proof.
Zhao Daliao is bribing the demolition contractor to embezzle relocation funds.
With this, we can completely turn the tables on that 20 square meter fraud.
Li Dao, they can't wiggle their way out of this now.
This video is our ultimate trump card. Make absolutely sure you back it up. I got it. I'll have my son save it onto the computer right away.
Great.
Wait, hold on. This was shot on a dash cam, right? The angle is pretty bad. It did capture Zhao Daliao's handoff movement, but we can't see clearly if it's actually cash he's handing over. We did catch Zhao Daliao on camera, handing over the money, but we can't see clearly if it's actually cash. If they lie and claim it's something else, we'll lose all our leverage. What do we do then? Let's wait a bit longer. Zhao Daliao and that contractor's Ma are bound to meet again.
Jiashou, since you're driving your taxi, keep an eye out for me.
If you see them together again, find a way to get a clear shot. Got it. But what I didn't expect was, before we could even get any new evidence,
Zhao Daliao himself started to panic.
Li Dao. Not closed yet. Almost. Uncle Zhao, is something the matter? Nothing major. I just suddenly remembered. We're all neighbors here. Holding on to certain things, you need to think carefully about whether it's a blessing or a curse. I'm afraid Jiashou's dashcam caught some things you shouldn't have messed with. A dashcam? Uncle Zhao, did you mishear something? I don't get what you mean. Oh, please. Playing dumb with me, are you? I'll ask you one last time. What do you plan to do with that footage? Listen to me, Zhao Daliao. You mess with my shop today. Tomorrow, every single dirty thing you've done will be exposed. Not just what's on that dash cam. I'll make sure everyone in the entire county knows how you've been double-crossing and ripping off your own neighbors. We wouldn't dare. Just try me. Fine. You've got guts. Let's see how this plays out. Let's see who breaks first. I stood in the middle of my trashed shop, slowly crouched down, and picked up the loose change scattered on the floor. My hands were still shaking. I didn't tell the people in our group chat that my shop had been trashed. Everyone was already on edge. If they found out my shop got smashed too, more people might have left the group.
But I underestimated Zhao Daliao.
After trashing my shop, he went after the others. Old Man's son's windows were smashed, and Old Wang's electric scooter tires were deflated. Xiaozhou's taxi was keyed. Everyone was starting to panic. Li Dao, what do we do now? They're playing dirty for real. My windows were completely smashed. My wife is terrified and crying. And my taxi got keyed. It's going to cost thousands. Just to fix the car. I stared at the messages in the group chat, my heart feeling like it was crushed under a heavy stone. I knew this was Zhao Daliao trying to squeeze us. He wants us to turn on each other. It's the Perteki effect. He wants us to start pointing fingers and blaming one another. And he wants us to fall apart from the inside. Everyone. Why is Zhao Daliao doing all this? Because he's terrified of us. Why else would he resort to this? He's scared because we have dirt on him. The more he lashes out like this, the more it proves we've hit him where it hurts. That's right. He is absolutely terrified. My wife even said, if the windows are smashed, we'll just get new ones. It's fine. If the car gets scratched, so be it. Once I catch him on camera with clearer proof, let's see how much longer he can keep running wild. As I read those messages, my eyes welled with tears.
But Zhao Daliao wasn't stopping there.
The next day, more people started leaving the group chat. This time, 2 people left at once. One said their elderly parents begged them to stop, terrified of what might happen to them. The other said his wife threatened to divorce him. He just couldn't take the pressure anymore. 15 people dwindled to 13, then 12, then 11. Watching the member count drop one by one felt like a knife twisting in my chest. I didn't blame them. They have families to support. And lives to live. No, I really didn't blame them. They had families to support. And lives to protect. A low-life scum like Zhao Daliao is capable of anything. By now, the only ones left were those truly determined to bring him down. Old Man's son.
你看，讲中。
And 5 others. 8 of us. Thank you all for staying. Thank us for what? I've already got one foot in the grave and lived long enough. What can they possibly do to me? My wife told me, if I wimp out this time, I shouldn't bother coming home at all. Say no more, Brother Ta. Let's just do it. But none of us expected, right when we were at our lowest point, A breakthrough finally came.
小教三左耳一个明年必有。
And this time, it was crystal clear. Zhao Dabiao and Nugle were eating in a private room at a restaurant, with the table loaded with food and drinks. The two of them were clinking glasses, drinking happily. Oh, Lu, here's 100,000. Once this is done, you'll get another 100,000. Don't you worry. I'll make sure your village's demolition compensation is calculated at the absolute highest rate. I'll even add another 30 square meters to your home's actual size in the report. We can split the extra compensation 50-50. Sound good? Hearing you say that puts my mind at ease. How did you manage to film this? I know one of the waiters at that restaurant. I slipped him 200 yuan and asked him to hide his phone in the private room to record them. Damn, let's see how he tries to wriggle out of this now. Holy crap, this is rock-solid proof. Zhao Dobiao is completely finished. Let's see how he tries to deny it this time. I watched the video 3 times, and then decided not to post it online. I knew Zhao Dabiao had been building his network in the county for decades. His connections ran deep and tangled. If I just posted it online, he'd probably find a way to suppress it. Look at what happened to Brother Justice's video. It got restricted, and the whole flyer incident was completely swept under the rug. Those were clear warnings. Brother Justice's video being restricted and the flyer incident being swept under the rug. We are all warnings. I wanted to make this video hit where it hurts the most. Tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, we gather at the entrance of the surveying team. To do what? To demand justice. At 10 o'clock the next morning, we arrived at the entrance of the surveying team. I was holding a USB drive with the video saved on it. Just then, Lei Diwei and Zhao Dabiao walked out. When they saw the 8 of us, their faces instantly paled. What do you think you're doing? We're just here to show you a little video. Where did you get this video? Where it came from doesn't matter. What matters is that Zhao Dabiao bribed you, and you accepted it to embezzle the demolition funds. Your good days are officially over, Captain Liu. As for where it came from, what actually matters is that Zhao Dabiao offered a bribe. You took bribes and stole the relocation money.
Captain Liu, your good days are officially over.
This money, we're completely ruined now. I will give you all an explanation. No explanation needed. Save your explanation for the police.
Vida, calm down.
If I go down, your village's relocation will be delayed indefinitely. Can you even handle the consequences? I am very calm. I've already handed in all the evidence against Zhao. I didn't come here to make a scene today. I'm just here to let you know. A promise like yours. Did it just make me feel like I was dreaming? Like a fool.